Deeva Show. It's coming up now. You're live. I'm back. The Deeva Show. And if you want to call in, the number here is 215-909-6070. Now I'm going to tap a little bit into talking about Mr. Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence, Darrell Lawrence. Darrell Lawrence of Lawrence Theater Productions. So what it is that Mr. Lawrence was going to be coming in. He was going to be doing an interview today, but unfortunately, some things have taken place which have left him unable to attend. Sending continuous prayers to him and his family. Just going to say, please keep him in prayer. The other thing is, I'm going to let you know on Saturday, this Saturday, Darrell Lawrence is going to be in Vineland, New Jersey at the Landis Theater with the production The Funeral. Now, I'm not sure if you all have seen The Funeral, but it has been up and down the East Coast. He's been in Maryland. He's been in Delaware. He's been in Jersey. It was in Philadelphia. He's traveled all over DC. I'm just saying, this production has touched so many people and is so real that you can identify with it. So I'm going to encourage you to go on Darrell Lawrence's page and check out the information, all of the details for the funeral. Is going to be in Vineland, New Jersey this Saturday. Make sure you get your tickets and make sure you come out and support. Speaking of support, um, I'm going to tell you, I met Darrell some years ago, and I think, maybe 3 or 4 years into starting my own theater company. Well, at that time it was a theater company, but it's now an entertainment company. But I met him some years ago, and I had a production at the Stagecrafters Theater. He came out to the Stagecrafters Theater to check out my production, and then I think a year later after that, it's like he's been to almost every production I've ever had. Darrell has done interviews at my productions. He's been um, a very encouraging supporter when I wanted to give up. And I got frustrated with uh, some things that was going on. He was there as an encouragement to let me know to keep going and to not stop and to keep pressing. um, I think I met him not long after his film Life Isn't Fair, and he's done multiple productions then after. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Darrell Lawrence again. Want to give a continuous prayers to him and his family. I just want to say thank you to him for always being a support to DEU. Thank you for always being a support to me and my company. And hopefully, you all will be able to get out and get your tickets for the funeral that's going to be taking place in Vineland, New Jersey. I believe it's at the Landis Theater this Saturday with Darrell Lawrence, and enjoy his theater company is going to be put on this production, The Funeral. I think the one of the last productions that I saw of Darrell was actually down at the Miriam Theater. Do you trust your best friend that was down at the Miriam Theater? So he puts on awesome productions, and y'all need to check out The Funeral that's going to be this Saturday. So we're going to jump back in real quick, and we're going to talk again about commitment before I get ready to get out of here. Time flies. I mean, it just seemed like it was just 12 o'clock, and I only have 20 more minutes to talk to you guys. I would love for you all to call in and talk about this thing called commitment. Um, so many people, when they hear it talk about relationships, and I said I'm dare not going to touch that one because that's a show that can go on and on forever. Um, Bottom line is we can always discuss relationship commitments and marriages and relationships and so forth and so on, but no one wants to really take the time to sit down and think about how they're committed to themselves. When we're talking about being committed to ourselves, Another part of that is we often complain about our jobs, our employment, where we work, where we live. I'm gonna tackle both just real quick. If you don't like your job, and that's one thing my dad said to me, if you don't like your job, change it. Simple. If you don't like your job, change it. I'm saying it's simple. However, we're back to commitment. You have to take the time to go for what you want. You get this life, you only live it once. If you don't like your job, change it. What that means is it doesn't mean to go into the office the next day and say, I quit, I don't want to be here. What that means is you start researching and investigating other employers. Your investigation should include, I'm going to say, your travel time. It should include the education that you need for that next job. You should consider whether you want more money at this next job or whether you just want convenience at the next job. Um, a lot goes into that, but it shows a level of commitment. If you keep getting up and you keep going in and you keep complaining, how are you committed to yourself? But yet we often ask for everybody. We're looking for that perfect one to commit to us. We're the perfect ones that commit to ourselves to make us happy. Once we make ourselves happy, it shows. People are attracted to what you put out. If you put out misery, you're going to attract misery. If you put out happiness, you're going to receive happiness. Because somebody miserable is not going to want to be bothered with somebody that's happy because you're too happy. Have you ever heard somebody say that to you? You too happy. You too all uppity and go lucky. So think about it. While you're at that job, you're not happy with it. Make a commitment to move on, to do something else. Make a commitment to research what you're currently doing. If you need education to move on to the next level, if you're looking for making money, well, commit yourself to research to figure out what education you need to make that next move. And when I say commit, I'm going to keep saying it over and over again, commit to it. Each day, say, this is what I'm going to do to further my career. It's just that simple. And I'm going to say it again, it's just that simple. Now, when I say it's just that simple, I'm not saying that the research and everything that you're going to need to do is simple. I'm just saying the mindset of what you need to do is simple. The action itself and what it's going to take may take time, but once you put things into motion, it becomes a no-brainer. It becomes something that you are, how can I say, committed to. Is change, doing something different, doing something better. You get one life, you only get one opportunity to do it, you only get one chance to do it. Why not do it the best that you can? Now, I'm not saying that everybody has to go back to school and get this major education so you get this major job. Understand and recognize this. When you go back to school and you get more education and you're going for that bigger job comes with more responsibility. Be ready to handle the responsibility. That's what happens when you do research. I say it to people all the time. Do your research and figure out what you want out of life, what you want to do with your life, what direction you want to go. They got Google for almost everything. They got the internet where you can go on and you can ask any question, but you got to be mindful, as my girlfriend Lori always tells me, you wind up going down a rabbit hole because you start one question, and I do it myself. One question leads to another question, which leads to another question. But the thing is, all along the route, while you're asking all these questions, you're getting a lot of information. That information is information you didn't have five or 10 minutes ago. So it is a form of progression, but it's showing that you have some level of commitment to yourself, of doing something for yourself, of presenting change. Um, Everything starts with you. Uh, how you handle situations, going back to what I was talking about with the internet, how you handle situations. You know, success doesn't come without commitment. A lot of times you will hear different stars that will say to you, y'all don't understand how I pay my dues. Paid dues, paid dues. Like, I am looking to be successful, and you have to also recognize success. Everybody has a different definition of success. Um, some would look at success as uh, being in lights on the stage. Others will look at success of their messages being delivered and reaching a larger audience. So everybody, measures success differently. But your commitment level is, I'm sorry, your success is a reflection of your commitment level. Um, when you see different brands out there, when you see different companies that have been thriving for years and years and years and years and years, I briefly mentioned Coca-Cola earlier because I said they're committed to getting their product out there. And even though we've had Coca-Cola for 60 plus years, 60 plus years, they're still around and people are still buying it. Even the new millennials are buying it and their children are buying it. Why? Because Coca-Cola is committed to marketing their product and they revamp it and they're committed to hiring people that are going to come in and to help revamp. So, and they've been successful all this time. So you have to ask yourself how you can remain relevant, how you can remain successful, how you can make yourself happy, how you can keep yourself healthy. I touched on quite a few different things. And the bottom line is commitment. Be determined to be successful within yourself, your products, your companies, what you put out in the world. And it all starts with commitment. What are you committed to? Like, I know I keep reverting back to it, and that's only because I see so many, and I'm just gonna say it again, so many beautiful people, so many talented people, so many successful people. And when I say successful, everybody looks at a level of success different, utilizing their time in different ways that is unproductive. And I just wanted to come on here and just give a tidbit, as they say, a little gem. Spend your time wisely. Understand that your time is something you can't get back. The time that you take to look for a mean to uh, communicate something subliminally to someone, the time that you take to do a live, to correct people, to make people feel a certain kind of way about something that they did or something that you think they're going to do or something they didn't like that you did. You are spinning your wheels and spending your time wasting energy and misappropriating your commitment level to your brand, to your company. Recognize that what people see is a reflection of you. Always put your company best interests forward. Always present them well. Spend less time talking about people that don't do what you want them or need them to do. Let's be mindful and understand this. Majority of the people that you're friends with are adults. One of the things that my father always said is you cannot re-raise an adult. And no matter what you do, whether you go on your page and you put a meme up there, if you um, do a whole Facebook live and so forth and so on, because you know they're gonna see it and you know they're gonna feel a certain kind of way or whatever. Just understand that they're not the only person that's looking at it. They're not the only person that's seeing it, and it's a reflection of you and your brand. And the bottom line is you're spinning your wheels and energy trying to get an adult that you cannot re-raise change their mind and they thought about you. I don't know about you, but I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of energy. Um, my energy, my time is going to be on DEU, Diva Entertainment Unlimited Productions. You see how that just rolls off the tongue? Diva Entertainment Unlimited Productions LLC. I had to practice that. I'm not lying. I had to practice it. Why? Because I did shorten it and put DEU Productions LLC, but still at the same time, when people ask, "What is the full name of your company?" because they see the acronym, I got to give it to them. Diva Entertainment Productions LLC. When I do a live, positivity. I don't post many memes. I don't have that time to kind of, be trying to search for stuff. I try to give y'all positivity. So what I'm just saying to you all is take the time to recognize what you're putting out there, what you're putting out in the universe. Make a strong commitment to yourself, to love your company, to put out your brand in the most positive way. Pull back from identifying those that don't support you. Because the bottom line is every time that you write on your page that people don't come out and support, they already know you talking about them. And they're laughing at the fact that you're taking your time instead of talking about your company and you're talking about them. Think about it. I need y'all to be more mindful. This is Deeva Gordon trying to give y'all a little tidbit. I'm getting closer to my shut off time. I am here every second and fourth Thursday from 12 noon until 2 p.m. This is the Deeva Show. Sometimes I have guests, and sometimes I just have some information that I just want to give y'all. You know, again, shout out to Nakia Dillard. He could not be here. He is working directly with Idris Elba today and was not able to be here. Shout out to Darrell Lawrence, sending continuous prayers to his family. Make sure that you get out to check out his production Saturday in Vineland at the Landis Theater, The Funeral. Make sure you check out Aiken Acts. It's AIKANACTS.com with Nakia Dillard. You want to check out some acting classes and get your groove back, or if you just want to brush up your skills, make sure that you check them out. But make sure, most importantly, that you go to Sador Radio and make sure to check out the Deeva Show. The Deeva Show is on every second and fourth Thursday from 12 noon until 2 p.m. We're here on Sador Radio. I appreciate you all tuning in, checking us out. I'll be back on the fourth Thursday, which is August the 22nd, and I'm going to have some special guests on the show, and we're going to bring you some more information, industry, and also some special topics. Keeping it 100. I appreciate you all for chiming in with me. I appreciate Leah calling in. I love you, girl. This is Deeva Gordon from DEU. Make sure you like all of our pages. And, usually I'll go down the line and say DEU Productions, Instagram, and so forth and so on. But from my last show that I had, like they said, it's Googleable. I'm Googleable. What? So you can go to Google and type in the Deeva Show and pull up the show. It's the Deeva, Deeva Show. You can do that on YouTube, or you could just type it in Google, or you could just type in DEU Productions in Google and check out all of our pages and Facebook pages. You got to stay tuned because Witness is about to go down. We have auditions for Witness that are going to be held September the 8th at 5547 Germantown Avenue, and that's going to be from uh, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So I need y'all to come out, put your best foot forward, and if you want to do a video audition, you're welcome to do that. You can send your reel to DEEVA Entertainment at gmail.com. That's Diva Entertainment at gmail.com to be considered for an audition slot. Yes, indeed. This is for the film Witness. Now, in 2 days, this Saturday, you'll be able to watch the stage production. Witness stage production has been on Comcast. It's going to be on Comcast and Verizon for the whole month of August, every Saturday. And then in September, we're going to be on an evening slot. But right now, we're only on for 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock on Saturday. Every Saturday in August is Witness stage production that was filmed. by Mr. Todd Birch of Mastermind Productions, and it's on channel 66, 966 HD, and 937 with Comcast. And on Verizon, it's on channel 29 and 30 in the tri-state area. So shout out to the cast of Witness Stage Productions, cast and crew. You did a phenomenal job. Make sure that y'all check it out this weekend. This is Diva Gordon from DEU. I am signing out from the Diva Show. Y'all got to make sure that y'all stay tuned. Make sure that you check me out every second and fourth Thursday. All right? Peace. I'll see y'all soon. And we're out.